I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Well, hello, friends. I'm your pal in the mainstream media.
And I'm the Riz.
And, you know, Riz, it takes years of strenuous, dedicated training before you're worthy to step inside a professional wrestling ring. But it takes even more time to develop complex, highly astute opinions about professional wrestling. Am I right?
That is correct.
Yes.
And you know where we can combine that?
Yes.
On the Wrestling Man.
That's right.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Well, hello, friends. I'm your pal in the mainstream media.
And I'm the Riz.
And, you know, Riz, it takes years of strenuous, dedicated training before you're worthy to step inside a professional wrestling ring. But it takes even more time to develop complex, highly astute opinions about professional wrestling. Am I right?
That is correct.
Yes.
And you know where we can combine that?
Yes.
On the Wrestling Man.
That's right.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Well, hello, friends. I'm your pal in the mainstream media.
And I'm the Riz.
And, you know, Riz, it takes years of strenuous, dedicated training before you're worthy to step inside a professional wrestling ring. But it takes even more time to develop complex, highly astute opinions about professional wrestling. Am I right?
That is correct.
Yes.
And you know where we can combine that?
Yes.
On the Wrestling Man.
That's right.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Well, hello, friends. I'm your pal in the mainstream media.
And I'm the Riz.
And, you know, Riz, it takes years of strenuous, dedicated training before you're worthy to step inside a professional wrestling ring. But it takes even more time to develop complex, highly astute opinions about professional wrestling. Am I right?
That is correct. And you know where we can combine that?
Yes.
On the Wrestling Mayhem.
That's right.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Well, hello, friends. I'm your pal in the mainstream media.
And I'm the Riz.
And, you know, Riz, it takes years of strenuous, dedicated training before you're worthy to step inside a professional wrestling ring.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Well, hello, friends. I'm your pal in the mainstream media.
And I'm the Riz.
And, you know, Riz, it takes years of strenuous, dedicated training before you're worthy to step inside a professional wrestling ring. But it takes even more time to develop complex, highly astute opinions about professional wrestling. Am I right?
That is correct. And you know where we can find that?
Yes.
On the Wrestling Man.
That's right.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Well, hello, friends. I'm your pal in the mainstream media.
And I'm the Riz.
And, you know, Riz, it takes years of strenuous, dedicated training before you're worthy to step inside a professional wrestling ring. But it takes even more time to develop complex, highly astute opinions about professional wrestling. Am I right?
That is correct. And you know where we can find that?
Yes.
On the Wrestling Man.
That's right.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Well, hello, friends. I'm your pal in the mainstream media.
And I'm the Riz.
And, you know, Riz, it takes years of strenuous, dedicated training before you're worthy to step inside a professional wrestling ring. But it takes even more time to develop complex, highly astute opinions about professional wrestling. Am I right?
That is correct. And you know where we can combine that?
Yes.
On the Wrestling Mayhem.
That's right.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Well, hello, friends. I'm your pal in the mainstream media.
And I'm the Riz.
And, you know, Riz, it takes years of strenuous, dedicated training before you're worthy to step inside a professional wrestling ring. But it takes even more time to develop complex, highly astute opinions about professional wrestling. Am I right?
That is correct.
Yes.
And you know where we can combine that?
Yes.
On the Wrestling Mayhem.
That's right.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 880 Wrestling. Welcome to Donnie Block. Welcome to Thursday Night Fights.
Here we go. Toddy Tondera here with the unwilting Tatiana for another Thursday Night Fight.
What an amazing show that we have in store for you guys tonight.
Well, it just got a bit more amazing, Tatiana. Here comes the former 880 champ. Fourth line.
First, he is the Henry Rollins of professional wrestling. He is the Muay Thai maniac wearing number 9, KC War. His tag team partner, he is the reigning 880 hardcore champion. He is the G.G. Allen of professional wrestling. He is Satan's favorite saint, donning his number 666. This is Brandon St. James. And they are the fourth line.
to make a statement tonight. The former 880 Tag Team Champions have been on a bit of a hot streak lately with some very impressive singles bouts, but I think tonight we're in to see them for some tag team action.
Well, it is interesting, Tatiana. If you're watching Enjoy Wrestling and 880 Wrestling, these boys are on your tube right now.
Hell yeah. We're doing pretty good, too. We're doing pretty goddamn good. But I'm a little upset, dude. You know, because last week we had Dior Castro coming out here, teaming up with the DOJ again to beat up our friends, to beat up the Psychedelic Dreams. I came out. We like the Dreams. We love the Dreams. But hey, some of the DOJ and Dior Castro didn't want to show up tonight, so they couldn't answer our own challenge. And that got me thinking, you know, me and Casey, we've had so much success together, but, you know, I think it's time we take an off season, brother. I got Dior fucking with me. That's a battle I want to fight on my own. Is that cool? All right. Hell yeah. So, with that being said, I am ready to defend this belt against Dior Castro in just a couple weeks at the end of Thanksgiving Bash. So, you got plans?
You know, even though we're going to do our own thing for a minute, I chose my own partner as Satan's favorite saint. Every day, I battle these demons. I battle these demons in my head, and in this ring, we've danced with the devil. But there's one thing that KC War is not afraid of. I'm not afraid of the Reaper, baby. The Reaper, Matt Connard. Think I didn't forget about you putting me in a Scorpion death drop, trying to choke me out at Penn Brewery? Fourth line doesn't forget. We finish every check, every single possible moment we can. You and I have a score to settle, Matt. So I'll see you at the night before Thanksgiving Bash.
That's one hell of an update. Casey War calling out the Reaper, Matt Connard. Wait a minute, though.
BSJ calling out Dior Castro, Casey War calling out Matt Connard. I guess it's the night of call-outs. And here comes who I believe to be our boys here. Is this Psychedelic Dreams, Tatiana? What are they doing here?
Looks like it is. Psychedelic Dreams out here to...
Hold on.
I guess we'll find out.
Hold on.
I guess they want to say something, too.
Their nameplate had some
Chris
Psychedelic
Jones.
Dreams.
Thank you, Chris. Now, before I start, Aleo, please, can you do the honors and give me some ass?
Give him some what? Excuse me?
Oh, not this again.
He used the A word.
Now. Before I keep going, first I'd like to say, Brandon, thank you last week for saving us from the DOJ and Dior Castro. But you see, Leo and I, we came to Thursday night fights tonight without a Thursday night fight to have. So
Keith and I did not put them on the card.
we decided, as young, up-and-coming tag team in the 880 tag division, we want to be tag champions. And what better way to climb the rankings than to beat the first tag team champions?
And that's two-time.
That's right.
Tag team champions.
The only two-time tag team champions.
That's a good
Beating
point.
you would be great for our contention for the tag titles.
I think BSJ is
got
thinking
some
it over
balls
with
coming
Casey.
down here.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Sammy has a point here. Top tag team in the division. Let's be real. Two-time tag team champions. Do we have a fight?
I think so. Psychedelic Dreams in fourth line?
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it. All right. Chris the Chef, ring the bell. Fourth line versus Psychedelic Dreams. And Tatiana, we found about the fourth line's plans here for Thanksgiving. It'll be Dior Castro and Brandon St. James. Casey War calling out the Reaper for Thanksgiving.
It's set to be two devastatingly amazing matches. But while we have confirmation on BSJ versus Dior Castro, will the Reaper Matt Connard answer Casey War's challenge?
Well, he said he doesn't fear the Reaper. I know the Black Hand Society is often in the chats for this. But speaking of our chat rats, thank you for joining us. I see Lonnie. Prince Akinon's in there. What the heck? Embley, of course, has been helping out behind the scenes for 880 Wrestling, doing a lot of the graphics. And speaking about graphics, in our main event tonight, Nick's Wilde defends the TNF Championship against one Felix Cause right here.
That's right, but right now we've got BSJ and Sammy Suntimer starting things off in this impromptu tag team match. And these guys said it themselves. It's one of the hottest tag teams here at 880 against the only two-time tag team champions. It's going to be one heck of a match, Toddy. I can't believe we're starting the night off with this.
For sure, yeah. Of course, if you're new to 880 Wrestling, of course, the fourth line, as Tatiana said, are former two-time tag team champions. That's the only folks that have held the gold twice. And if you look at Brandon St. James, he's the hardcore champion. These folks have been draped in gold since they've been students here at T2T Pittsburgh. And the young Psychedelic Dream stepping up to the plate against the fourth line tonight.
They certainly want to climb the rankings and become a kind of tag team that the fourth line have made themselves into. And I can't help but agree with Sammy Suntimer's logic. If you want to climb the ladder, you have to go after the big dogs, and you got to go after them early on. That being said, this isn't going to be an easy competition.
No. Elbow there.
But Suntimer's still standing.
Well, I think it has something to do with what he did before his match.
Namaste.
I think he's in those clouds.
Ironic, considering he's on his butt.
Whoa.
BSJ getting a little too loud and calling his shot. Suntimer back up on his feet.
Oh, that height on that knee. And, of course, as I mentioned before here, I'm sure Psychedelic Dreams wanted this opportunity with the fourth line because Very Evil tonight is premiering for Enjoy Wrestling. You will see Casey War and Brandon St. James in a big ladder match, and you will also see these two at TNF here, 880 Wrestling. They're on TV twice tonight.
That's right. That's a big night for the fourth line, and a big night for quite a few wrestlers. In the building tonight. That ladder match also includes amateur wrestler Reese Hayes, Junie Underwood, the Italian strongman Gianni Michael Emricko, and our current TNF champion Nick's Wilde, amongst others.
Hanging in there right now is Sammy Suntimer. Not as interesting here. I know we have 880 Wrestling. We've had T2T Pittsburgh now for a few years. And if you want to talk about not only tag teams being successful here at 880 Wrestling, I mean, the fourth line are starting to get out there. And this is a big opportunity for Psychedelic Dreams to see if they could step up to the plate.
Absolutely. I'm excited to see what these two have in store. But currently, Suntimer in the corner taking flying uppercuts from Brandon St. James. Oh, and a chop to the back and a kick to the front.
Sent on there, shades of his coach, MV Young, and Satan's favorite Saint on top now. I had a second to catch up with Brandon St. James, and since Halloween, he's literally had a gash on his forehead. I mentioned that it's healing up a little bit, but he's going to have a scar in the middle of his forehead forever. BSJ is that dude when it comes to that.
Oh, 100%. There is no questioning the physicality that goes into professional wrestling, and Brandon St. James has always been a man who throws caution straight to the wind. And that being said, the tag is made between both tag teams. Now we've got Casey War stepping up to the plate with Aleo Dreams. Aleo has been absolutely stunning since debuting at 880 a couple of months ago.
It's that swagger. It's that charisma. The audience really connects with young Aleo, especially when he's doing stuff like this.
Absolutely, but Casey War is nobody to mess around with. He's been a dominant force since his debut over 2 years ago.
Oh, headlock there. Power of Casey Ward just kind of deadlifting Aleo Dreams off the mat here.
Dream trying to keep that headlock in place, but not quite working. And now KC working on that wrist. Oh, and he's working on the fingers too.
Oh, this is hard to see. If you're squeamish, you want to look away. Casey Ward, always thirsty for blood, biting the hand. Casey Ward says he's always battling those demons, and he's exercising them right now against Aleo.
Even got in the face of our referee, George Ross, a little bit.
High knees there. We've seen from Casey Ward before.
Makes the cravat hold very dangerous.
Oh, big leapfrog.
Up and over. Oh, a nice drop kick.
What was that in the air? Was that one of Leo's teeth?
I hope not.
Just a 2 count here, and as we mentioned before, this and so much more. Unfortunately, the 880 champion Remy LaVey is here. Remy says he's done defending his championship title. He wants some new blood tonight, so we'll see what that means. The LFG Mafia on their feet for Casey Ward with a big bulldog and a cover. 2. Oh, just a 2 count.
Aleo Dreams holding on there after that LFG. And Sammy Sunheimer back on his feet after the punishment he took from Brandon St. James. Let's see if these two can capitalize and do something to defend themselves.
Emily says, dream match, the 880 folks in ladders. Well, sure, you could watch 2 wrestling at once.
Looked like a modified jaw jack there from Aleo into a big boot. Oh, right to the chest. Dreams sending off Casey Ward.
Up and over again. Casey comes back. Wow, huge leapfrog. Deep arm drag there, Tatiana.
Another deep arm drag from Dreams. He's showboating around.
Roll through. Yeesh. And the cover here, 1, 2. Oh, just a 2 count. The way Aleo Dream slips and slides around that ring.
Nice dream state coming out there to knock Casey Ward off his feet.
Yeah, big dream state, that dream state, you see that kick of Aleo.
Now tagging in his tag team partner. They've got War off the ropes now.
Oh, reversal, duck under. What's going on here? I don't think Casey knows what's... Oh, Casey was tricked there by the Dreams.
Big barrel roll to trip Casey Ward off his feet. Big knee from Sunheimer.
Just a 2 count.
Not enough. War is still in this. This is a very delicate position for the Psychedelic Dreams to be in. They have the opportunity to capitalize off of Casey Ward being a little bit out of it.
I don't think Sammy Suntimer saw that tag. BSJ is in, flying that Death Crush lariat there. Death Crush clothesline, rather, in a big 2 count here. And I'll tell you what, Tatiana, Psychedelic Dream says we want to step up to the plate. They've been doing pretty okay.
They certainly are. This is a very impressive showing from both of these competitors.
Very impressive crowd tonight. Back-to-back weeks with a pretty okay crowd on Thursday.
Absolutely, and we're so happy to have both our live crowd and our crowd watching from home here tonight on this very rainy Thursday. But just because it's cold outside doesn't mean it's not hot in here.
They love you in the chat, Tatiana. Oh!
Hey, everybody be sure if you are traveling to catch up on Thursday night fights or any other, or enjoy wrestling, be sure to stay dry and stay safe. Casey Ward!
Is that like a basement knee almost?
Basement knee.
2. Oh, just a 2 count. We've seen Casey Ward use those knee strikes a lot. He has that Psycho knee in his back pocket. We've seen him use that. And, of course, we've just seen him bite people, too.
Well, he's not called the shoot psychopath for nothing.
Stretching out Sammy here in our opening contest. Now, if these Psychedelic Dreams want to step up to the 4th line, I mean, they're getting quite a beating, but they keep on ticking so far.
Well, Suntimer throwing a couple of shots at Ward.
Oh,
right into
a
a clothesline.
Flatten him out. Oh, all that weight down on the chest. on young Sammy Suntimer over there in not the corner. He wants to be in unfamiliar territory. In comes Brandon St. James. But Tatiana, something I want to bring up. What we heard from the fourth line, Brandon St. James challenging Dior, Casey Ward challenging Matt Connor, but they also said they're going to spend some time apart. So is this the last time we see fourth line in a tag team match for a while?
It very well could be. It's good that they're communicating that they want to. Oh!
Dropping down here and the cover. 2. Oh, just a 2 count there.
Communication about ambition is one of the most important things when you are a part of a team, and it is good to see that they are communicating that they want different things, that they want to fight these their own battles. It very well could be the last fourth line match we see for a while, but I don't think that this team is going away forever.
That's a great point, Tatiana. Communication in any relationship is quite important. These two individuals have had the tag team championships twice. They want to do their own thing. They could have kept him up there all night.
Very impressive double vertical. And Suntimer managing to kick out at the last second.
Of course, again, we are over on TikTok, too. Last week we had 1,400 viewers on TikTok at some point. 1.4. What did I say? 1,400. That is 1.4.
Currently, we've got around 300 people on our TikTok feed watching. We thank you so much for being here. We love you guys.
Over 1,800. Oh, Blue Thunder Bomb. Over 18 likes in the TikTok. What Blue Thunder Bomb, and then like a one-legged Boston Crab on it. Look, he's twisted up like Auntie Anne's pretzel. Ty Cross in the TikTok chat right now. I'm not going to do anything positive for you, Ty Cross. Wrestle a match here. Oh, a big boot to the chest from Sammy Suntimer. Can't believe he got out of that one, Tatiana. I didn't think Sammy was going to get up, but a big super kick knocks BSJ down.
BSJ thought he had countered that first attempt at a super kick, and Suntimer just used that momentum to throw it back a second time, and here's a Leo Dreams. Oh. Lighting up Casey Ward with a couple of lines and elbows. Big knee to War. Brandon St. James coming in to defend his tag team partner.
Dreamcatcher! Dreamcatcher out of nowhere, and BSJ is going to roll out, leaving Casey by himself. Oh.
Oh, crap.
Sinking him up here. What's he looking for here? Big fisherman? Looking for a big fisherman suplex. That's reversed.
Aleo fighting out of it.
Oh!
Swinging neck breaker.
He didn't make the cover, Tatiana, right away.
Wasn't
2. Oh, just a 2 count there. I think if Aleo made that cover right away, we would have had an upset.
We absolutely would have. Casey Ward still on the ground. And now Suntimer and Dreams setting up in the corner. What on earth?
Oh! An assisted elbow drop, too. Oh!
And BSJ flying in to break up the count. I'm going to call that a stacked nightmare. That was
a nightmare, wasn't it?
Certainly was for Casey Ward. Brandon St. James.
Oh, cross cutter! Cross cutter from that second rope there. Lays out Suntimer, and then it leaves BSJ in. Oh, Aleo in there by themselves.
Big DDT to BSJ. Calling his shot now, and no! Casey Ward flying out of nowhere with double barrels. Aleo is back on his feet, but I don't think anybody's home right now.
Oh, he is in prime position. They call this the double minor. It is a double knockout elbow, and Aleo just is knocked out of the ring here. And in comes Sammy. Pop up. Yo!
Oh! Wait, he caught himself.
At least he tried to.
Didn't work out, though.
We haven't seen this in quite some time. They call this. Well, they said it themselves, and down he goes. You can count to 1,000. Fourth line wins.
Your winners of the match, taking home their 3 points for a win. The fourth line.
Casey War, Brandon St. James victorious in our opening belt here.
Well, if this is the last time we see the fourth line as a team for some time, what an incredible match to send off with. Absolutely took it to the newcomers, Psychedelic Dreams. And
I think they have something left to say.
Or something left to do?
With your wounds, you did a hell of a fucking job.
Ain't no party like an 880 party. Psychedelic Dreams, fourth line, and I think that was a little bit of a passing of the torch from the fourth line here, knowing that they're going in their different directions here.
It certainly was a big sign of respect from the former two-time champions. Psychedelic Dreams, absolutely impressive tonight. I hope we see more from these teams. But what an opening bout to kick off our Thursday night fights tonight. We still have much more left to go tonight, including appearances from our champions, Remy LaVey, our 880 champion, and our Thursday night fights champion, Nick's Wilde, in our main event against...
So...
Well, here comes Matt Flash.
By the way. And that's how you do a little friendly fire. How you doing? Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome in to Dottie Block, representing the Black Hand Society, and is your reigning 880 wrestling champion, the Eraser, Remy LaVey.
Well, we did not expect that, but I guess Remy LaVey wanted to come out here earlier than planned.
From what I heard, Remy was originally supposed to defend his belt tonight, but whoever he was supposed to defend it against canceled.
Yeah, they got sick, so Remy LaVey apparently said, well, since everybody's sick, I don't want to defend that championship. I want to have a match against some of the new blood of 880 wrestling. So I don't know what he has in mind here, but he doesn't want to put that title on the line, so we shall see. We did give him time, so I have no idea what's in store here.
Mind Eraser has been infiltrating Thursday night fights for the past couple of months. Ever since he won that belt, he's been showing up week after week to put the title on the line.
880, I'm not going to lie, I'm feeling pretty good tonight. I'm feeling a little bit generous. You know, I ask myself every time I come up here, week in and week out, if y'all are tired of me literally running shop on this whole shithole. You getting sick of it yet? Fuck you, Rinkus.
Running shop.
Language.
I'm the one that embarrassed Toddy.
Oh, come on.
I exposed Tatiana.
Hey, what?
Hey.
I've beaten the king of Pittsburgh, MV Young.
He's here too.
Dealt with both the fourth line. Keith Haught, the list goes on and on and on.
I would like to remind everybody that the only reason Remy won against me is because Nick's Wilde was there causing havoc.
We all saw that, Tatiana.
That's actually been a pretty running theme for Remy LaVey's matches, if you think about it.
Don't you think so? Yeah.
I'm not a total cold-hearted son of a bitch. I do believe in opportunity, and I know that there's a kid back there that's been busting his ass who would kill for a shot of my 880 championship. So Jasper, Christmas K. Murray, get your ass out here.
Wow.
Introducing his opponent, fighting out of Burbank, California, weighing in at 175 pounds. This is Jasper Alvin Ziegenbach.
Jazz is here making their 880 wrestling debut. Remy LaVey was looking to give somebody new an opportunity. I just think Remy LaVey was afraid of our locker room. So we found this young man training to be a wrestler here in Western Pennsylvania in great shape. Let's see what he can do against Remy LaVey here.
Jazz is a product of famous professional wrestling trainer Brandon Kay out with Rise Wrestling, and he's only been working since July, but he's been quite impressive in that short amount of time. Certainly something special for the 880 champion to have his eye on.
Is our ring bell sleepy tonight? Why was that was a little baby, a little ding. I guess nobody's interested back here in seeing the Black Hand Society, so I could understand that. Remy LaVey here against Jazz. We had somebody that said that they're on the 31st Street Bridge watching this. Unfortunately, Photo Christopher Crush Gals missed their bus a little bit earlier today. But we have people from all over the planet sending love from Iran. I mean, hell, we need love. I need love specifically, if you want me to be honest. I'm very lonely, Tatiana. Anyway, back into the ring here. Arm around the back here. Remy LaVey working on Jazz. But, oh, how about that little fireman's carry over there?
Nice counter from Jazz. And, Toddy, you may be lonely, but you are incredibly loved here at 880.
Well, thank you. Half hug. We just half hugged on commentary.
Yeah, we did.
Even though it's Black Hand Society business, we're all friends up here.
Even though Ty Cross is also in the comments supporting Remy LaVey and ruining the experience of our YouTube audience. There's all love up here in the 880 Wrestling locker room, and all love for Jazz in his debut. And
when I first started here at 880, I had a similar haircut to Jazz. That's what I came in here with, that little bob look. Oh.
LaVey going for a test of strength, using it as a means to cheap shot Jazz, and Jazz firing back with a couple of shots on his own. Now we're seeing a little bit of that martial arts background with a back kick.
I mean, so far tonight we've seen Psychedelic Dream stepped up to the fourth line, Jazz stepping up to Remy. I mean, this is sort of like the land of opportunity in 880 wrestling. If you think you could go, if you want a match here, you're thrown right to the wolves.
Absolutely. We love giving opportunities here at 880 Wrestling. We love seeing all the amazing talent that this state has to offer, as well as our neighboring states. We've had people from Ohio, West Virginia, New Jersey, New York.
Yes. Some of those folks from New York don't like us that much, but some do.
Some do. LaVey has Jazz on the outside right now and piling him right into that apron. That apron is absolutely the worst thing for you to hit in a match, as far as like hitting things in the ring.
Especially ours. You ever seen our ring? It's crazy.
It's not fun.
Oh, just a 1 count there.
And LaVey getting a little frustrated with our ref there and taking it out on Jazz and tossing him head first right into the buckle.
Oh, big slap across the chest there. Of course Remy's going to get upset with George. I don't think he thinks Jazz was going to be as ready as he is.
Dragging the face of Jazz across the ropes. Now, I know I mentioned earlier that it seems to be a running theme of LaVey having some ringside assistance, but I don't see anybody in his corner tonight. I'm actually a little surprised. Backbreaker to Jazz! That couldn't have felt good.
I didn't want to say that and speak too soon because Nick's Wilde is here.
Yeah, unfortunately. Only a 2 count after that massive backbreaker. Jazz is still in this. LaVey just toying with his opponent now, giving a swift kick to the head.
Oh, yeah, I see them now. Ty Cross Wrestling cheering for Remy. Well, yeah, I would cheer for Remy if I were you, Ty Cross. I mean, if you ever want to be in the Black Hand Society, I think you got to lick Remy LaVey's boots. And he has an army of his own of wrestlers from yesteryear. But Remy LaVey, unlike most of them, still wrestles. So that's nice of him.
LaVey sent Jazz off the ropes right to a headlock trap, and Jazz countered with a chin drop. But unfortunately,
just a 2 count there.
Came right off into a clothesline. Pretty devastating looking one, but he's still in there.
Ty Cross says if Remy gives Jazz a headbutt, it's over, and maybe I agree with that.
I don't know. Jazz is holding their own right now. Everything that the champ is throwing at them, they're countering or living through.
Oh, there we go. Taking too much time with the young kid, Jazz.
Big boot to LaVey.
There we go. Some overhand shots.
Big shots from... Oh, a big punch from Jazz, firing up the crowd. I think we are seeing their second wind right now.
This is a little Kamehameha action. Oh, right to the stomach in the cover here. 2 and...
Almost got him! That was nearly an upset for this debuting athlete. Can you imagine how bad that would have been for Remy LaVey to accept a loss in that manner to a brand new competitor? Absolute insanity.
I know earlier on before when Remy LaVey was saying he's taken out and embarrassed a lot of 880 wrestling. He hasn't done that to GME, and our audience reminded him of that after that big sling blade. Both are down. Here's a cover. 2. Oh,
Jazz
just
is
a
still
2
alive.
count. And we are marching on here. Oh, Remy doesn't seem happy, Tatiana.
Not at all. The champ has gone from slightly frustrated to absolutely furious. Nothing is working on this competitor.
Oh, on the top of his head, a big DDT. I saw the top of his melon hit our mat. And that's going to be it.
Here's your winner, the 880 Wrestling Champion, the Eraser, Remy LaVey.
Gotta give Jasper credit here. What a great 880 wrestling debut. But with one Remy LaVey, the Eraser, he remains champion. And I've just been told in our headset we have a little bit of a sleepy bell tonight because our dinger broke.
Oh!
Hate when the dinger breaks.
It is one hell of an electric night here at 880 Wrestling. We've had 2 incredible matches back-to-back from each other. Fourth line victorious over Psychedelic Dreams. And our champion, Remy LaVey, victorious over the debuting Jazz, who was incredible in his debut.
I'd like to see Jazz back here.
I would as well. What an excellent student from the Rise Wrestling School.
Emily in chat says, GME will save us all. Well, some of us aren't very kind with GME. I don't know that everybody is fully buying, but I mean, we've seen what happened at the World Series. Let's be honest here. Gianni, Michael, Enricko helped us win the World Series.
He certainly did. I was there to call it myself. GME has certainly put in a lot of work to try to earn the trust of 880 Wrestling after almost 2 years worth of being the...
Ladies and gentlemen, our next match scheduled for one fall.
The right-hand man of David Lawless is what I was going to say. But
Whoa. Matt, put that microphone down, pal.
Oh, no, not this guy. Well, that is not some guy named John.
See, last week, my best friend in the whole world, SGN John, was embarrassed by the runway. And I'll be damned if I let him be embarrassed twice in a row with your subpar ring announcing. So without further ado, I present to you my best buddy in the whole wide world, and he's a real jam-up guy. This is some guy named John.
Well, here's the thing, Tatiana. Wait till you see who John is against. So let's let them have their moment. Have fun, Buddies Inc.
Let's certainly let them enjoy the moment, especially after what happened last week to poor John. Myself in the runway made sure that he had a bit of a wardrobe malfunction. But
for those new to joining us, he was pantsed last week. Let this man have his moment, because he's not going to have another one.
Certainly not, but being a little bit aggressive towards our cameraman CL over there.
Yeah.
Almost catching our cameraman in the head with that, well, book. It's certainly a book.
Thank you, Joe. You are right about one thing. I was humiliated last week. I am the gentrifier. I am the gentrifier. And when I'm not happy with a place, I turn it into a place that makes me happy. And I'm not happy with 880 Wrestling right now. And I had a long talk with my publisher. And we had an idea. When you're not happy, you go to the top. So we have challenged the strongest, the biggest, the boss of 880. I want MV Young!
Okay, John.
Well, I did.
That's what...
No, I did look up. Guys,
he did say he wanted him.
He did say that. Ask and ye shall receive.
Guys, I was really looking forward to this match, but as you colorfully put it, I messed up. You see, unfortunately, the Reader's Digest Swimsuit Edition, well, it's shooting next week, and this bad boy in my chest, it's all over the cover. And I can't have MV Young's big sloppy handprints all over me, no. So unfortunately, unless MV Young was willing to, ban the chop for this match, I just don't think it could happen.
Banning chops?
That is
Sorry, guys.
unheard of, especially with our king,
Let's go home.
Young. But we're going to get an answer in a second.
So some guy named John requested a match against MV Young. As some know, the Bearcat, Keith Haught, and I tried to put things together and make everything fair. John wanted MV Young.
This is when you realize it just sucks being you.
Yes, Matt is exactly right. And then John says, okay, I'll take MV Young, but Chops got to be banned from this match, so no Chops.
I didn't even know that John had signed up for a swimsuit edition. A swimsuit edition in November?
Yeah, so John is going to be in some type of swimsuit edition and doesn't want his chest red.
And his opponent, fighting out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, by way of 880, Tony Block. He is Pittsburgh made. He is Pittsburgh paid. And he is internationally laid. And this guy was right about one thing. This is the boss of 880 Wrestling. This is the two-dinger killer. This is your king of Pittsburgh. So you all bow to MV Young.
Well, MV Young is out here. Let's find out if he is willing to put the chops to rest just for one match. I gotta say, Toddy, I'd put away any of my signature moves for the opportunity to kick John's ass. Let's see if
He
MV
can do it, but he'd be disqualified. I'm okay.
All right, John, put the mic down. The bell's going to ring, cuz.
It looks like MV has agreed to these terms. Joe Murphy being handed the mic and the book for safekeeping on the outside of the ring and leaving some guy named John to fend for himself. MV Young taking a seat in the ring now.
So MV Young has graciously awarded John a no-chop match.
John starting off with a headlock on the seated MV Young, who almost immediately gets up.
Well, he's really cinching it in a bit.
All right, I'll give him that. He's got MV down to a knee.
He didn't even give MV Young time to take off his cutoff. Oh, I don't know, Tatiana. He really does sink it in right now.
Certainly is. MV Young having to struggle a little bit. Not so much! Belly to back suplex from MV Young to break the hold on some guy named John.
Joe Murphy says, think of the book, baby.
Oh. Wait a minute. If MV Young does this, he'll be disqualified.
Oh, well, he can do that.
That is not a chop. That was a big old forearm.
Throwing all his weight into some guy named John. John hits the top buckle and falls forward. Joe reminding John, think about the book. Think about the publishing. Think about your swimsuit edition.
And Envy Young threatening that chop again. This time, not so much confidence from John in holding him back.
Oh, well.
Big clothesline. Which works
Envy
just
Young
as
in
well.
those new tights this evening. You see the new Envy Young signature trousers.
Very indicative of the 2004 Pittsburgh Pirates logo. Very nostalgic, very on brand.
Oh.
Big forearm again from MV Young, and at this point, he's just playing with his food. Some guy named John is not getting up from that one.
Earlier this evening, we talked about Enjoy Wrestling's Very Evil. A lot of our students in that ladder match. Of course, MB Young, the ace of Enjoy Wrestling, the former champion. He had a great match against Andrew Palace that also premiered last week for Enjoy Wrestling. So back-to-back Enjoy 880 Wrestling weeks. Oh, you know what?
No!
MV Young may not be allowed to chop it. I guess who is? Everyone else. Good luck with your swimsuit edition, John.
That's right. These kids do not care, and they will swing full speed. Some guy named John has... Oh, no.
Shots to the gut. Shots to the chest. Line them all up here on Dottie Block.
Poor John.
Tupac kid with the biggest slap of the night.
That is a future wrestler right there with that job.
Every Aaron Woods adjacent friend and kid beat the ass of some guy named John and sent him back in the ring.
And Joe Murphy, well, looks like they got a little too close for comfort. Neither one seemed to realize in time for anything to happen. Let's get a replay on that situation. Oh, look at the horror on John's face.
Oh, look at the horror. Oh, come on now.
Joe Murphy grabbing the leg of MV Young, allowing a cheap shot from some guy named John.
I don't know if our cameras picked that up, but Joe Murphy grabbing the ankle of MV Young allows some guy named John to capitalize with that big slop drop we saw before.
Adding a couple of elbow drops just for posterity reasons. And
look, if some guy named John is going to win this match, unfortunately for us, it's going to have to involve Joe Murphy.
Oh,
big up and over.
Oh, no! Oh. Big German to John!
Sends him flying across the ring, Tatiana.
I don't know. Well, the lights are on, but once again, I'm not sure if anybody's home. John back up on his feet, taking a clothesline from MV.
Oh.
Another big line.
Of course, coming up here at Thanksgiving Bash 3, MV Young has Jack Pollock in his sights.
Up, and down.
Smashing to the ring here, cover 2. Ring it up for the king. MV Young wins.
Here's your winner, MV Young!
Well, Joe Murphy is going to have to get a spatula to get some guy named John off of the mat. The ace of 880 Wrestling, as we mentioned, has Jack Pollock in his sights. Been a little pit stop against buddies.
Certainly so. Some guy named John not getting chopped by MV Young tonight during the match, but getting chopped by the beloved fans of 880 Wrestling. I don't think he's going to make it to that swimsuit shoot.
I don't think so, Tatiana. What a match, and thank you for hanging with us. We have so much more yet to come. Ty Cross Wrestling said every kid on that street carries a knife. That was too dangerous.
Well, I know one way to keep kids off the streets and get them into good times, and that is joining up with 880 Wrestling. Please remember that hashtag Thursday Night Fights is a collaboration between T2T Wrestling Academy and Sidekick Media Services to train the next generation of professional wrestlers and live production operators. If you want to learn more, hit up either 880 Wrestling on social media or IndyWrestling.us. Also
all right, ladies and gentlemen,
on
our
any
next
social
bout
media.
is scheduled for one fall. It is a 6-person tag team attraction.
I like to call these the Bearcat Special. The big multi-person matches. A lot on the line in this one. This ragtag team of rogues coming out first.
Introducing team number 1. First, from Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in at 219 pounds, this is the Monarch, Clayton King. His tag team partners, first from Annapolis, Maryland, weighing in at 218 pounds, this is Anthony Rucker. Their tag team partner, fighting out of Charlotte, North Carolina, wearing number 1, representing the Department of Jocks, Big Dev Swayze.
What an interesting team, group, buddies.
Of course, Big D, Department of Jocks, often come out and align their wristbands that say DOJ, and Big D was trying to get Clayton and Rucker to do that, but I guess they weren't informed of that.
There seems to be a little bit of confusion on how they're going to carry themselves here. We've got 3 different personalities in this ring right now. The Monarch, Clayton King, with a very regal personality. Anthony Rucker with a very down and dirty, no silly business personality. And of course, Dev Swayze with 1 brain cell, maybe.
And here comes their
Their
opposition.
opponents, team number 2. First, the Incredible Hulk, Andy Ripley. And known the world over as KG Styles. It's Irvin West. They are the reigning full queer tag team champions. They are the Creeps. Can't really exist either politically or socially. Their tag team partners from where the Wild Things are, weighing in at 265 pounds. They are the Bearcat Keith Haught.
Creeps, Creeps is an acronym, so it's never the Creeps. I want to say that. But Creeps are out here in bathrobes with those full queer tag team championships, and we've seen them defend that at 880 Wrestling a couple of times. In there with the Bearcat. I think my money's on this team, Tatiana.
Me as well. This is a tag team. This is a team that has been working together many times throughout the past couple of months, ever since Creeps relocated right here to Western Pennsylvania. But it looks like we're going to be starting things off with the Bearcat and Anthony Rucker, who...
I looked over and I saw Dev Swayze's jersey, and I was like, I guess Dev is starting, but that's not Dev.
No, that is 2 feet shorter than Dev, Anthony Rucker. And that's not
maybe a half a brain cell more?
Probably. There wasn't that much in Dev to begin with, but that's not a detriment on Rucker, by the way. Dev's just taller than he is, well, anything else.
Of course, Keith Haught is still searching for gold at 880 Wrestling.
Certainly so, and I thought that we were going to get Bearcat starting things off, but it looks like we're actually getting the Hulk, Andy Ripley, and starting things off with Rucker.
And as Tatiana mentioned before, Creeps relocating here to Pittsburgh. Since they've been in Pittsburgh, they've been, here at 880 Wrestling.
We've got a potential team name in the chat, the Creepy Bearcats.
Creepy Bearcats, I like it.
That could work.
But as I mentioned, Keith Haught still looking for gold. Teamed up with Mikey Montgomery there in Sonic Boom for a little while, and that tag team tournament was unsuccessful. I know Keith Haught personally, as you do as well. Keith kind of is looking at those full queer tag team titles, but I mean, it'll take another tag team partner to make that happen.
I'm sure Keith will find somebody.
Headlock there.
Big takeover from Rucker to Ripley.
Kind of a contrasting styles, not only their wrestling abilities, but look at this outfit now that Rucker has on with the pink and the blue and the fire and everything else.
It's a mishmash all over the place.
Oh, big shoulder tackle sends them down to the canvas here.
And Rucker calling for a little bit more. Ripley with the drop down.
Oh, there's a big back elbow there. Now, something I will say about Rucker, we see Rucker maybe 3 times a year, and every time we see Rucker, they seem more confident inside that squared circle, so we want to give Rucker more chances here at 880 Wrestling, but wish they were a little bit nicer.
Certainly, but but you can only give and take so much when it comes to wrestling. And Creep's doing a little bit of tag team action here with a couple trips, a couple kicks.
Oh.
A big enziguri from Irv West.
Okay, here comes Clayton King, and you want to talk about someone searching for their first win. Clayton King has yet to be successful here. I mean, we've seen Clayton King with his manager, J.D. Sinclair, who is disappointed in Clayton. I know buddies are friends with Clayton.
Supposedly.
But the power of Meow on Dottie Block this evening. Clayton King in there with a hot mess. Keith Haught.
Keith Haught has had quite the record here at 880. They've been very victorious, both in singles competition and tag team competition.
Yep. It's a slap across the chest that was illegal last match.
I'm surprised we didn't see one after the fact, but
yeah.
Clayton King trying to chop the Bearcat as hard as he can, and the Bearcat answering with a big one.
Clayton King couldn't even keep his footing. He fell back 5 feet.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He was not expecting the power from the Bearcat.
I don't think Clayton King is going to be posing him for any swimsuit editions either after this.
Probably not. Bearcat taking him to the next buckle.
Oh, God.
Wake up and swing, Clayton. Oh, and a rapid fire to the chest of King.
I know we need a lot of gun control in America, but I support those machine gun chops. Oh, big body slam there, and I guess. Oh, here comes a friend.
Keith Haught is not quite enough. Keith Haught body slamming both Clayton King and Irving West. And now diving into the arms of Jeff Swayze.
That's men for you.
It certainly is.
That's men for you. Oh, I will say, there is a bit of height disadvantage here for Irv. I mean, Dev Swayze claims to be 6'6". Oh. I think Irv was attempting to jockey for position.
As someone who is also vertically challenged,
yeah,
there's no telling. Once you get to a certain height above my head, you're all the same size.
Yeah, I hear that.
Irv up on the second rope now.
Irv's even taller than Big D right now.
But right now he is taking advantage of that second rope to get the headlock. But Jeff Swayze showing some power and carrying Irving off the ropes to the center of the ring. Irv's feet were up in the air for a moment there.
Arm around the back, but there we go. Headlock.
And a reversal. Swayze going behind now for a waistlock. Showing off that strength. I think he's just toying with Irvin at this point. Oh, Irvin breaking through. Looks like he got something.
Oh, working on that arm again. Well, if I were Irving West, I'd be working on the legs of Big D, but I'll take this. Oh, bridging out here.
Ooh, a very precarious spot for Dev Swayze right now.
Is Dev going to tap here?
Irv's letting go of that grip to get his head a break. A big eye rake.
Big boot from Big D. Oh, now stomping away at Irving West in the ring.
And Keith Haught and Andy Ripley trying to get the crowd behind Irv, who takes a buckle right to the forehead. Welcome.
Here comes Rucker again. I guess Rucker was the one that got a hug, so I guess Big D tagging Rucker back in. Just a 2 count there.
Being a team player can go leagues above, but Clayton King being tagged back in while Rucker's got Irv in the corner.
Tell you what, Tatiana, I mean, we said originally that we didn't think this team was gelling too much, but these quick tags in and out of the ring, and look at this, it's Rucker choking Irv West behind George's back. They're really coming together on the other side of the ring. I don't like it.
Yeah, Creepy Cats are taking a little bit too much time trying to convince the ref to turn around, and What should we call this team? Oh, big DDT from King.
2. Oh, just a 2 count. You're looking for a name for these three. It's just like 3 dudes that would hang out watching football.
Well, regardless, they took advantage of that referee distraction to really take it to Irving West in the corner. And listen, while their personalities are much, much different, there is one thing all 3 of them have in common. They love using numbers against competitors. Keith Haught trying to defend their tag team partner there. Once again, the back of George Ross.
George, you should know better than this. You got those dudes on the other side of the ring. Up again, Clayton King picking up Irv West, slipping off the back. Oh, duck under. That's not your corner, Irv. You got to get over here. And here comes the big Bearcat.
Down goes King. Down goes Rucker. Down goes Swayze.
Could be here all day with the Bearcat.
And King has been trying to avoid this since several tags ago, getting machine gun chopped again. I know this is basement line from the Bearcat. What?
2. Oh, just a 2 count. All that fire, all that momentum, but it didn't result in a 3.
Uh-oh. This is a very dangerous spot for King to be in. Rucker and Swayze using knees to the advantage of Keith Haught, and down goes Keith.
2. Oh, knees into the back of Keith Haught, leveled the playing field a little bit.
Perfect setup for Clayton King to hit a big bulldog to the middle of the ring. Keith Haught kicking up, and Rucker back in there. Double knees to the corner.
That's what I said, Tatiana. This Rucker, I mean, he's a talker. He's getting more confident.
Certainly is. So is Dev Swayze, putting all of his weight onto the Bearcats. And once again, the back of George Ross proving to be the Bully's biggest asset.
Representing the royalty, Clayton King choking Keith Haught there on the ropes. I saw his buddy Prince Akanon in the chat before. I don't know if Prince is still around, but if Prince is around, I'm sure he likes what he sees.
And Rucker and Swayze going back and forth with tags again. Big elbow drop from Rucker, who brings in King. This is what I was talking about, Toddy. These 3 are enjoying causing mayhem together. They don't need to have similar personalities in order to, well,
mesh this way.
Yeah. Once again, we'd like to thank all of our viewers at home as well as in the audience for joining us tonight. Yeah. We are on our 4th match of the night.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. And if you're new and you're just tuning in, look at the Bearcat does what they do. And hey, I appreciate that, Trip God. Trip God said, damn, Toddy, the hair's looking marvelous. I'm not as confident, but I did wear a hockey jersey to prove I have a mullet.
You should be confident, and so should, well, I'm not sure who should be confident right now.
In comes Dev. Who's it? Were they both tagged?
It looks like they were both tagged.
Hey, for all the cheating the other squad's been doing, I'll let it happen. Creep's taking full control now of Rucker and Clayton King.
Double line from Irvin and Rip. Wait a minute, Swayze.
Oh.
Big double knee is the head of Swayze. A lot of double teaming.
Creeps.
Clayton King breaking up the pin. Trying to get a hold of Ripley.
Up. Oh. Bearcat in again.
Rucker from behind.
Oh.
Codebreaker.
What is going on here? Lifting up and down. I don't know that Irv got all of it.
Modified World's Strongest Slam from Irving West into a big boot from Dev Swayze, and he is the one standing tall.
Well, of course he's standing, and of course he's tall, but him being the only one remaining I don't like very much.
It's certainly frustrating to watch Creepy Cats getting beat down this way, but currently we got Irving West. Looks like that is who is being counted as the legal tagged partner.
I think so.
Ripley still in the ring.
Here's some miscommunication.
Oh!
Clayton knocks over Rucker. Now the Bearcat and Creeps are left along with Big D. Yeesh.
Big neck breaker into the arms of Rip, into a big DDT. And we're tagging in Keith, and this is not a safe spot for
Tati,
Kev.
you know very well what's up next here.
Oh, I do.
Big hot mess from the top rope. And you can ring it up. Creeps and Keith win.
Here are your winners, the team of Keith Haught and the Creeps.
Keith Haught and the Creeps. Successful here on Thursday Night Fights. And I saw what Keith was looking at when their hands were raised. They're looking at those full queer tag team championships.
I do not blame them. Those are beautiful tag team championships. And, well, you said it yourself. The Bearcats out for gold.
Yeah.
But right now, there's nothing but celebration from Team Scary Cats and nothing but respect from the competitors.
Nothing like a couple of balds and a Bearcat celebrating, Tati. Yeah, let's go, Keith. Keith could do no wrong. Keith could do whatever here.
Certainly not.
Yeah, how about that for the camera? How about that for Clayton King?
Clayton King not enjoying this display from the Bearcat, but the crowd certainly is. And at the end of the day, that's who we want to make happy.
At the end of the day, Tatiana, you are correct. We're having fun here.
We are getting down to brass tacks here at 880. Only 2 matches remain tonight, including our main event. Felix Cause goes one-on-one with the TNF champion Nick Wilde in a title defense tonight. First up, we have more singles competition. And the crowd has been lightning hot tonight. Let's see if they can keep up the momentum.
We talked a little bit about it, Gianni, Michael Emricko, earlier this evening. Lately, he's been the savior to 880 Wrestling. Now, some didn't see that panning out that way, but that's the current situation we live in. And GME is out once again for gold. Helped us in the World Series, win the World Series against the Black Hand Society, and there's only one thing left to do.
This is your co-main event of the evening, and it is scheduled for one fall.
It's GME wants that gold. And speaking of the Black Hand Society,
introducing first, accompanied by the one you can call Josh, my friend Josh, excuse me. From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 181 pounds, this is Mad Dog Meyers.
Mad Dog Meyers showing his face again at 880. The last time we saw him was at the World Series, but tonight we are seeing him in singles competition, and he brought along his friend Josh.
Yeah, my friend Josh in here is, when I say my friend Josh, that is just his name, not my friend. He's doing a little bandana in the pocket thing that I do. I do the bandana in the pocket thing around here.
You know what? Do it one more time. Let me know who we are. Accompanied by the one you can call my friend Josh, fighting out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is Mad Dog Meyers.
Mad Dog Meyers and my friend Josh demanding a redo from Matt Flash on their entrance tonight.
That's right out of the Buddies Inc. playbook, if you ask me.
Shades of, if you recall, way back when, Derek Dillinger used to do the same thing as well.
Yeah, he played Enjoy Wrestling with that garbage for years.
And here comes the strongman himself.
This is who. His opponent, hailing from the motherland, standing 190 centimeters tall, weighing in at 118 kilograms. He is a former 880 wrestling champion. This is the Italian strongman, Gianni Michael Emricko.
no longer under the tutelage of the Dangerous Knights crew or David Lawless. He's got a grudge against the Black Hand Society, much like we all do, and why we are fighting on the same team right now. Of course, Mad Dog Meyers appeared at Penn Brewery last month for the first time, but in the first time at Thursday Night Fights this week for Mad Dog Meyers. And for years, they were a tag team specialist, 10 championships in 4 different partners. The past year's really branched out as a singles competitor, has Mad Dog Meyers, and he's the current VCW Brass Knuckles champion. Hey, can we ring?
Well, we were talking about how GME is on the lookout for more gold. Potentially, we could see GME going after that championship from Meyers. Tonight is testing the waters, though, in singles competition.
My friend Josh, who is on the outside, who, you know what, I haven't known him very long, but I definitely don't like him very much. But he's been in wrestling for over 10 years, and he's still in his 20s. So he has a lot to give. He did tell me to say that he is extremely cute, but I will not be saying that.
That's all right. You don't have to say anything you don't want to. However, we do have a question in the chat.
Yeah.
If my friend John and some guy named John are related somehow, and
I shudder to think. I don't know, but I shudder to think.
We're going to leave that question unanswered. GME putting Mad Dog back in the corner. These two are having a bit of an equal footing back and forth right now. Not one is really overtaking the match without being countered by the other.
Of course, Gianni, Michael Emricko. We talked earlier this evening about Enjoy's Very Evil in that ladder match, Tatiana. GME is in that ladder match as well. So quite possibly he's on Enjoy Wrestling and 880 Wrestling at the same time.
Certainly so. The outcome of both that match and this match will be available later tonight.
Yeah, right? Around the waist of Gianni.
And Gianni very unimpressed by this maneuver.
Oh!
Breaking that apart on Meyers. Sending Meyers to the corner. To the next. And again.
Oh, that's power, if anything. Look how big Mad Dog Meyers is, and GME.
Effortless.
Going to Italian handle Mad Dog Meyers. Mad Dog Meyers is a big pork chop. GME, the Italian strongman with the audience behind him right now.
Absolute effortless power from GME into that sidewalk slam.
Hey.
My friend Josh, however, getting a hold of the ankle of GME, which allowed Meyers to take Gianni from the back.
You notice something, Tatiana, when we talk about the Black Hand Society, even Black Hand Society adjacent, they all do corny stuff like that when they're behind. Look at this.
They certainly do. My friend Josh choking out GME right now while Meyers distracts the ref Chip. Absolutely deplorable behavior, but unfortunately, it's one of the smarter things we've seen from the bad guys tonight. Snapmare out of the corner.
It's the thing of Mad Dog Meyers and my friend Josh. This combination, they show up wherever they want. They do whatever they want. So if you guys want to show up to 880 Wrestling, we're going to give you the strong man.
Certainly so. Strongman working his way back to his feet and throwing a couple of shots to break that hold.
Oh, just ripping him down by his hair, his face.
Whatever it was enough to get the strongman back down.
Oh, Peyton Graham Cracker in the chat. Someone say Black Hand Society. I think we said that too loud.
I think so.
Oh, big headbutt there by Mad Dog Meyers.
Could be the Beetlejuice effect as well.
It could be. Into the corner. Oh, again.
Meyers taking his time with the Italian strongman.
Again, these two, my friend Josh, Mad Dog Meyers, they've been around quite some time.
They certainly have.
Throwing GME down as he crumbles. And look at this.
And now they're posing for the camera. I don't know if they're taking I don't know if my friend Josh is taking this seriously.
Well, I don't know that he ever does, especially with whatever that hat he's wearing. A big shot to the face by GME. Oh!
Big line from the strongman, followed by a big elbow.
Duck under again, bounce against the ropes. Ooh, up and over in the cover. 2. Oh, just a 2 count.
Strongman firing back now. Let's see if he can capitalize. Can't believe this, but I actually want to see the Strongman capitalize on this.
Yeah, isn't it weird?
Didn't think I'd be saying this a few months ago, but
oh,
Meyers slipping under.
2. Oh, just a 2 count there.
Quick maneuvering from Meyers. Almost got the Strongman and coming through with a rapid fire forearm.
Discus forearm. Only a 2 count again. GME. Too strong to keep down.
Now, according to Peyton Graham in the chat, the team of Meyers and Josh are temporary hires for the night. They are not officially part of the Black Hand Society. Wow. They're taking a little dig at GME by saying they can't cut it as card-carrying BHS members. We shall see about that.
Locking in his sleeper, and my friend Josh, there we go, Chip. Up and down with the Sicilian sleeper.
Chip taking down into his own hands. The Sicilian sleeper is locked in.
You can't touch that Jardinara. GME victorious.
Referee has called a stop to this contest, awarding your winner by submission, Gianni Michael Emricko.
Myers trying very desperately to get down Gianni.
Oh, damn it! Look, Tatiana's Remy.
Crap, Remy's back in the ring and he's attacking Gianni.
What is going on
here?
You
want to start something you can't finish, Gianni? Listen to me, you son of a bitch. You want me? You want me? Come on, Gianni. You want me? Come on. You got me.
This is disgusting. Slain on the former 880 champion from the current 880 champion.
Absolute disrespectful work from Remy LaVey to Gianni, who...
Remy, we won the World Series. We beat the Black Hand Society. We just need that championship title off of you. And we know exactly the man to do it. This might be BHS's night tonight, Tatiana, that this war is long from over.
Absolutely not. And what a cheap shot to Gianni Michael Emricko, who absolutely dominated the rest of that match.
There we go.
Remy coming from behind, but
ladies and gentlemen, Gianni Michael Emricko.
Could we see the Sicilian sleeper in Remy LaVey's future?
I sure hope so, Tatiana. Man, it is 1,000,000 degrees up here, for sure.
Things are heating up, and we are not quite done tonight. We are still ahead. We have our main event.
One more match this evening. Our main event spectacular. Nick's Wilde defending that TNF championship against.
Doesn't everybody here just
what the heck?
Want a champion we can be proud of?
Against Felix Cause.
I think we all do. But before we head to our main event of the evening, without all of you, none of this would be possible, but also without Sidekick Media Services, bringing us to IndyWrestling.us, YouTube, TikTok. On commentary this evening, I see him up there, I see you up there. We all see him up there. He's our favorite. He's your favorite. He's mine.
Oh, that's a shot of my hair,
Tony
I suppose.
Tondera.
What do we think
Very
here?
good.
Is this okay? Look at this.
Do I also see the unwilting Tatiana down there?
Tatiana's
yes.
up here.
The unwilting Tatiana joining him on color commentary.
That's her hands. That's her
I
hands.
see her arms.
Yeah, right?
I'm a little too short for my head to go over the monitor. Sorry, everybody.
Yep. Did Chris get booed on sound?
A little bit. It seems that way.
Chip Cypress, wherever he's dwelled off to. And my favorite puppy, George Ross. And I am your host for the evening, Matt Flash.
Way to go, Matt. Way to get there. All right, main event time.
This bout is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the TNF Championship.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, this is amazing.
Hell yeah, let's get it.
Oh my God.
Polish Mayhem returns to Dottie Block in a big way in our main event. And could we be seeing the future TNF champion? We shall see. I know Nick's Wilde has done everything they could to make sure Reese Hayes was not available to take that championship off their shoulder. So we're just going to bring in who we can to get off their shoulder.
Certainly so, and who better to bring the heat than the Pokemaniac, Felix Cause, taking our referee George Ross out for a little spin as well. This man has been all over the place in recent months. It's been a hot minute since we've seen him here at 880 Wrestling, but that energy is still alive and thriving.
Well,
unlike this one.
The opposite of alive and thriving is the dark heart of the Black Sheep. Once our former friend, now one of our biggest enemies, defecting from 880 Wrestling, joining the Black Hand Society. The main reason that Remy LaVey is the current 880 champion, and honestly, such a problem to the rest of us. Nick Wilde in our main event defending the neon gold.
From our sunflower shooter,
Ladies
turning
and gentlemen,
in
this
to
is
the
your Thursday Night Fights main event of the evening. It is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the TNF Championship. Introducing first, the challenger, coming to you from Polka Castle, Pennsylvania.
That's a place?
Weighing in at 220 pounds. Let's get ready to polka Felix Cause!
Kielbasa Mayhem, baby! I saw this dude puke in the woods this summer. My favorite moment of the summer.
What?
Just saying.
They come from outside the flock.
Oh, wow. Original.
Weighing in at 215 pounds, they are the self-proclaimed host to Thursday Knicks Fights.
That's what TNF stands for, I guess.
They are the reigning, defending TNF champion, the Black Sheep, Nick's Wilde.
Nick's Wilde turning from the sunflower shooter into the thorn in everyone's side. And you know what, Toddy? That title very well could be the Thursday Knicks Fights Championship because Nick's Wilde is the one who discovered and built the belt themselves.
I guess so, Tatiana. If you are new to 880 Wrestling, this was once a beloved member of the 880 roster, defected against us. For a while, they were just trying to break wrists and hands and arms, and unfortunately, you were a part of that. Keith Haught was a part of that.
Certainly so, but
the right hand of the Black Hand.
That being said, we can't avoid the fact that Nick Wilde has been a very dominant TNF champion. They have been continuously victorious, even though their means of victory have been kind of, they're putting it best themselves.
Yeah.
Wilde is such a detriment to 880 Wrestling. They have taken out this projector screen behind the ring that keeps you all on the go with what we see up in the booth.
That's what happened. I was ignoring that, but I guess Black Hand is into that. Are we going to get one of those weird Black Hand Society videos coming up here soon?
I certainly hope not, but I think it was just the sheer presence of Nick Wilde that caused it. Felix Cause trying to brighten the mood up with a bit of a polka there, and Nick Wilde unamused. Two locking up here. Big headlock from Cause. And here we go again, a nice little polka. Nick's Wilde getting free again, and they are getting very flustered.
Nick's Wilde, you don't like dancing?
Oh, Thursday Night Felix, I can get behind that.
Couldn't write it better myself. Oh!
Oh! Nick's Wilde avoiding the lockup to go for a couple of cheap kicks to the leg of Kaz. Now we know it. Couple. What is this? I don't think anyone was expecting that.
I mean, the thing about Nick's Wilde, as you mentioned, Tatiana, very dominant here. They're very, very smart.
Big hip toss.
So what Felix Kaz is doing to Nick's Wilde right now, I'm sure Nix isn't very happy. I don't know that Nix knows where they are right now, though. Of course, the big-bodied Felix Kaz. I mean, Felix got to be 6'5". I mean, dude is tall, he's built, and he loves pedois.
Tonight has been the night for size differences between competitors, and
oh, just a 1 count on the champion there. And, of course, Nick's Wilde, the black sheep, taking a little time out from the action, huh?
I don't know if angry is the word I would use for Nick's Wilde right now, but they are certainly flustered by the behavior of the Kielbasa Mayhem. And one thing Felix has going for himself is that he knows how to use his size, blocking a big shot from Nix to throw a couple of his own.
Uh-oh, I think Felix sees...
Taking him to the wall! Taking him to the post!
A friend of a different kind, and it's our steel post here. Throwing them right into the post.
Oh, and we're dancing again. 3rd time's the charm. Nix isn't backing out of this one. Little spinny spin. Spinny spin.
Oh!
And now Nix is definitely dazed and confused. Very smart move by Kaz there, sliding in and out of the ring to break and reset the count. Oh, they're dancing with the kids! It's a polka party!
Polka party on Dottie Block tonight, and maybe we get a new champion out of this. We shall see. Blocked.
Oh!
Fun's over.
Bellied up back to the apron from Nick's Wilde, who has gathered their bearings. And now mocking Kielbasa Mayhem.
Nick's Wilde attempting to get their lick back. They said, enough of this funny business, enough of this dancing around.
Taking
the black heart in the black hand, taking control right now.
Taking their time getting back into the ring while messing with Kaz as well.
Kaz can't dance, is what they're saying. Nix can't dance.
Well, I tried not to talk about it when we were friends. Nix posting Felix on the ropes now and choking him to the detriment of George Ross.
So you're saying you've always secretly known that Nick's Wilde couldn't dance?
I was trying to be supportive. I thought we were friends.
Yep. You don't gotta be anymore.
Not anymore.
Felix Kaz, Nick's Wilde, center of the ring. Big suplex back here and the cover. Just a 2 count. I'm Polish. Did you ever know that?
I did not know that.
I'm Polish, yes.
What wonderful representation we have for the Polish community. We've got Toddy Tanzer in the booth and Felix Kaz fighting back in the ring.
That's why I say pierogi instead of pierogies.
We also have our leading man in the production team, Big Sorg, is
25% Polish is Michael Sorg.
Yeah.
So, Nix, you're kind of out-Polished right now.
Certainly so, but unfortunately, that does not matter right now, as Nick's Wilde has control of Kaz right now.
Oh, working. Oh! Aggressively throwing Felix nor the buckle. Nick's Wilde distributing all their weight, smashing in at Felix. Look at the power of one Nick's Wilde. Over the knee and the cover. Just a 2 count.
Kaz staying alive and shoving Nix away to catch his breath. Pretty solid backbreaker from Nick's Wilde out of the corner, and now has a big chin lock on Kaz. Kaz pulling at the fingers.
Banging the boards over there on sound. Our audience coming alive for Felix Cause here. Trying to break that grip is Felix Cause, and Felix Cause hammering blows there to the lower midsection. Oh, and a big knee strike. It's going to take the wind out of you. A little reversal here. Bounce against the ropes.
Oh!
Version of like a Samoan drop. Like a Polish drop.
Big Polish drop from Felix Cause. Both competitors are down now. Let's see that again. Cause sending Nick Wilde off the ropes, catching him in a fireman's carry, and immediately dropping backwards, sending Nick Wilde flying.
Both down here. Of course, they have the referee's 10 count to get to their feet. TNF Championship on the line once again. This is Tatiana with Toddy Tondera on Thursday Night Fights. 880 Wrestling, thanks for joining.
Now,
exchanging of blows there.
Big swing from Cause.
Oh, shotgun drop kick. That was huge.
That was huge. Right to the corner, too. Modified spear to the corner as well. Nick Wilde is not all there.
Oh, ducking under the Oh,
and an eye rake.
Oh, big clothesline down, exchanging shots now. Big back elbow. Yo, is that a pump kick from a dude that tall?
Certainly seemed that way.
Axe kick down.
This might be it.
Come on,
we might
Felix.
have a new TNF champion.
2. Oh, Tatiana so close. So close there.
The frustration on Cause is evident right now. He thought that was going to be it. I thought that was going to be it. Everyone thought that was going to be it. What else can Kielbasa Mayhem throw at Nick Wilde now? Oh, I know what he's got. Oh, and he's got Nick Wilde by the throat. Went for that chokeslam, but belly to belly.
Cover 2.
No!
Not yet. Felix Cause still in there. Nick Wilde rubbing their face. They're probably thinking, what do I got to do right now? I mean, this isn't even, we're not even at Penn Brewery. I mean, I think that Nick Wilde has been looking forward to destroying Reese Hayes' life more and more. They didn't see Felix Cause coming, and right now, Felix has the advantage on me. Here we go again, Tati.
Are we going to get the choke slam? Yes! That has to be it. That has to be. 1, 2, 3.
No,
what?
2.
What?
Yikes.
What do you mean 2?
Yikes and sheesh.
Oh, my God. Absolute insanity. Cause going for it again.
Straight from the Bloomfield Pest Control, landing Nick Wilde's down, and we've seen this before.
We have Cause going up, and Nick Wilde with their knees up in the air to catch Cause.
Tatiana, I think Felix Cause may have telegraphed that a little bit. The knees up by Nick's and up on the back. Come on, Felix, get out of there. There we go.
Oh, almost hit George. Oh, no!
George didn't see that, I don't think.
No, George was too busy hiding from the mayhem to protect himself. I don't blame him, but that was a low blow from Nick Wilde.
Low blow. What a bag of crap.
Oh, we've seen. No.
Driver. 2. Ring it up. Nick Wilde wins.
Here is your winner. And still the TNF champion, the Black Sheep, Nick Wilde.
Absolute mayhem. Not the finish that we were expecting tonight. Nick Wilde managed to get one up over Felix Cause, and let's see that Wild driver again.
As I've mentioned before, it may be a dark night for 880 Wrestling, but this war with the Black Hand Society is not over. We may need those championship belts to get Black Hand Society out of here. The Penn Brewery, Thanksgiving Bash 3, that's exactly what we have in mind.
All it takes is a matter of time, and Felix Cause brought it tonight against the Black Sheep. Regardless, we are only a few weeks away from the night before Thanksgiving, and who knows?
Who
Maybe
knows what's in store?
we might finally get our justice.
And thank you so much for watching, everybody. 880 Wrestling Thursday Night Fights from Tatiana. I'm Toddy Tondera. Get roached.